But that's bullshit. The only reason you're here is to atone for your crimes by carrying out missions.
Well, you sit on your ass and get medals.
You, solitary, now. Okay, on to the briefing. In this mission, you're going into Erusian territory. We know the Erusian Forces communications facility to the north in the Waiapolo Mountains is linked to the swarm of drones. Your mission is critical. You will destroy the facility and then weaken those drones. As it's important, the enemy won't go down without a fight. The area is watched over by spy satellites. If discovered, expect AA missiles. Unless you have a death wish, you must use the clouds for cover around the sides and base of the mountains. Use the clouds to hide from their satellites, and you just might have a chance to shake off their missiles. If you do find a missile on your tail, head to the clouds and pray. Let the missile kill you or crash into the rocks. That much freedom I will give.
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
The enemy is watching from above. Stay in or below the clouds to keep hidden. That means no missiles. Even you lot should understand that.
Talk about an enclosed space.
It's more enclosed than solitary. Commence operation. That's your target radar. Destroy the anti-air weapons around it, too.
Enemies are attacking! Enemy aircraft are heading this way! Just drive them away. Chase them upward. Lead them into the missile.
Destroy radar sites. You're still under satellite observation. Watch out for missiles.
Feels like I'm being watched by a pack of band dogs.
Their missiles are guided by a combination of the satellite and the radar facility. So if the radar facility is destroyed, their missiles should stop hitting their targets.
Are you sure you can trust that intel?
Who knows? Only one way to find out.
What if the radar isn't under a cloud?
Destroy it, and then scurry for cover if you value your life.
I thought you'd say that.
So we're using the clouds to escape.
No, you're using them to fight.
Trigger eliminated the target.
Locked. Radar site confirmed destroyed. However, not all radars have been taken out. The satellite's still in operation.
They sure aren't making things easy for us. Damn it, they're making us do something, but just what? It's a dangerous operation, but it's better than running through a minefield blind, I guess. You're so naive, Tabloid. Doing it was exactly like running through a minefield blind.
Silence. If you've got time to yap, you're not doing your job right.
Got in using a trick any amateur could think of. Picked up a bunch of intel.
Full band, that's your second strike. There won't be a third.
I almost got hit by AA fire.
You're in plain view, Spare 15. Get back to the clouds. Cancel alert. Remember that satellite is up there.
They have me spiked.
Entering clouds. Target destroyed. 2 to go.
I got my hands on a password, and after some digging around, I found a bunch of stuff.
I'm not sure you understand what you're saying, Spare 6.
I'll let you in on it when we're home, Bandog. In this war, intel is a life or death matter.
I think you might be right.
Hostile has a lock.
Radar site destroyed. Show the last one the same hospitality. Spare 15, locked on.
I'm starting to feel guilty about leaving everything to Trigger.
In that case, use yourself as a decoy for the surface-to-air missiles.
Shit!
Spare 15, missile incoming.
Spare 2, Fox 2!
All targets destroyed. That's the last of the radar sites we needed to destroy. That probably put a stop to their satellite's missile guidance capabilities. Someone fly above the clouds.
How about you do it?
I like the sound of that.
You could do with the exercise.
Wait a minute. Hold it.
What's going on, Bandog?
This is the Air Force Base 444 Squadron. What is your affiliation?
Nobody told me there was this many nearby. Incoming Allied fighters. Respond.
The regular forces don't want anything to do with the penal base.
Hey, they have radar lock.
The IFF says they're allies. Missile! Whoa, time out. Don't tell me they're barrier troops.
They're picking us off.
Someone's on me. Is he an enemy? Evade!
Ocean fighters do not attack! Shit! These guys aren't allies!
Are they spoofing our IFF?
Modern IFF connects to our strategic system via satellites. It can be decoded.
What the hell?
Who's on my tail? Is it an enemy?
This is close combat. I don't know who's on whose team.
Look alive! Hey, the enemy's working on coordination. Missile in the air.
At this rate, no one's going to get out alive. All aircraft head into the clouds. Get out of the enemy sight.
And then what? What about markings and craft type?
There's no time.
There's a lock on Trigger's bird.
The enemy show no mercy.
How do they know? All aircraft, gather around me. I mean Trigger. What? Bandog, can you register Trigger and the blips around him as friendlies?
What are you thinking? What good is that?
What other choice do we have?
Sure.
All right, all aircraft, form up on Trigger, nice and tight. Bandog, it's on you.
Full band, what's your location?
The tail end.
Understood. I've sent new ID data. Enemies will be marked as enemies.
Yeah, my radar display's been updated.
Shoot them all down.
On them!
No way I'm dying out here.
This is the penal unit. I decide when you die.
Shit! Enemy on my 6! Trigger, look sharp!
Projectile incoming.
Just listen to radar.
Tell us what's happening, come on!
Damn it, not right now.
That doesn't sound good.
Air contact incoming at high speed. It's too fast to be an aircraft.
If it's not an aircraft, what is it?
What do we do? What's going on?
Five, four, three, two, one. Here it comes.
Son of a bitch!
That shockwave!
My aircraft's gonna break up!
Huh?
Incoming transmission from HQ. Their weapon is codenamed Helios. It's a long-range missile carried by Arsenal birds.
Arsenal birds?
Why are they aiming for us?
Sending over the predicted impact zone. It's coming in hot.
Damn, you're working quick today, Bandog.
Get too chatty and you'll die. Five, four, three, two, one.
Don't get caught!
How can they fire like that when they've got allies in the airspace? Don't they care about the pilots? Leave it to me.
Spare 15 locked on.
Missile, evading! Count, missile, breaking, chase it down!
Spare 15 launching missile.
Now I
spotted.
Evading!
I can't! Help me! Help!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Where'd the attack come from? They're hitting us while out of our attack range.
Half of the targets remaining.
Move it! I need help! I'm on it!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
This is Spare 11, launching missile.
Damn. Helios
I
inbound.
can't find a way out!
Missile.
Nowhere to run.
Missile. Missile.
5,
Missile.
4, 3,
Missile.
2, 1.
Missile.
Direct hit, we're done. Watch the bandit on your tail. Enemy dead ahead. He's mine.
Fox 2. Spare 15, enemies got a lock. There are a few targets remaining. Concentrate. Shoot down remaining hostiles. Spare 15, bandit is down.
I'm not checking out yet.
Another projectile incoming. It's a Helios again.
Warning, missile in the air.
Why does it have to be me?
All aircraft, scatter.
A matter of time, people were all dead. No big deal. I don't get their hands on shit like this.
The enemy's going to impact.
Projectile on radar.
I can take a missile or two, no problem.
Nearly there.
How can I deal with something like that? Retreat! Security! Yeah, keep killing him!
Count. 1 to go. Go get him.
1 to go. Where is it?
Count.
Rhino, this is it. All right, I got the last one.
Oh yeah! I thought you dirty freak!
Damn it! God damn it! Why is this? What? Full band?
What the hell? Full band's down! Friendly fire? Didn't we get all the bandits?
Full band got tagged as an enemy.
What?
You did that on purpose, Bandog.
Did what?
Don't play dumb. Full band.
It was an accident. It got out of control. Return to base.
Son of a bitch!
The enemy is watching from above. Stay in or below the clouds to keep hidden. That means no missiles. Even you lot should understand that.
Talk about an enclosed space.
What's more enclosed than solitary? Commence operation. That's your target radar. Destroy.
The mission was a success. There's nothing else I need to say. Dismissed. Hold on, Count. It looks like your kill numbers are going up every day. You know what happens by giving false reports. Anyway, you other pilots should learn from him. I'm getting the hell out of this dump. And when I do, their kill count will make my star shine brighter.
Suddenly, we were being treated like a regular unit. We've been ordered to pack everything up and move the base further inland. We even got a transport plane. The funny thing is, no one here remembers I've got a bum leg and, oh, that I'm not a soldier. Take a look at the map. There's an island on the other side of Usea our Marines landed on. The space elevator's not too far from there. They tell us the airfield's being used as a base to support the elevator. Not sure if I trust that intel. Anyway, the transport plane's gonna drop us there, without any fighters to cover us. Some genius thought we could commandeer the enemy's jets they left in the hangars, and use those to fight. Y'all aren't real soldiers, they said. Any other day we'd be using you lowlifes to go out and dig up landmines. And prisoners don't get guns. You'll just have to make do with whatever we give you and like it. A phone. They don't let us prisoners near them. But with all the hustle and bustle of moving the base, they forgot to lock this one up. Looks like an antique. I lost my right for a phone call ever since I was arrested and locked up. It's trippy to think that I can just hook it up, dial a number, and talk to someone from my own country. Planning escapes ain't all I'm good at. I'm plenty good at remembering phone numbers, too. A little while later, I headed over to HQ. You must know.
We did get a call direct from command. That pipe, what exactly are you doing with it?
My grandfather had a lot of friends in the Air Force from his time as a lieutenant. My point? Well, you're going to set out in your own special aircraft. Then you'll send everybody else off in the wrong direction while you head somewhere else.
All right, fine. But just you and you alone. You're the only one allowed on board. Besides, there's only one seat left.
I said cool. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Attention, I've received a communication from the General Staff Office. It seems your ability to carry out missions has gotten the attention of the higher-ups. All of you have been pardoned. The Ocean Air Force Base 444 Squadron is now officially legit. In celebration, you are to join the operation to take back the base on Tyler Island in southwestern Usea. The battle is underway, and the airport to the south has been reclaimed. However, fighting with the remaining forces in the north is still active. You will all be stationed at the airport. The battle is not letting up. We expect extensive losses to all involved. Still, the fact that we've gained new ground is a blessing. My time as CO of the penal base is over. All command personnel, including myself, are being moved to a base in far eastern Usea. However, we will be stopping to refuel in Bulgurdarest. It's in Erusian territory, with close ties to Osea. Even if we detour, we will still have to fly through Erusian airspace in the end. And that is where we will need you ex-cons to come in. I've selected a number of you with mission experience to provide support. That's all. Dismissed. Hey, Trigger, wait right there. Though I'm not entirely happy with the arrangement, you are going to provide support. The drones might attack again. If they do, protect my aircraft with your life. If the General Staff Office hadn't stepped in and requested you, your ass would have been sent to Tyler Island. You were covered in Harling's blood, yet you still are messing around behind the scenes. You breathe in a way I don't like, and I'll shoot you out of the damn sky.
Aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. The runway is clear. You are cleared for takeoff. The base commander's transport craft has taken off. It's flying alongside Spare 2. Well, Trigger, this is where we part ways. I hope we meet again in different squadrons. Spare 15, takeoff confirmed. Spare 15, altitude restriction lifted.
So the liaison plane left without me. Yeah, I know. I'm heading into hell. Whatever. If the Khan's here and the dumbass prison guards are going, why shouldn't I? I'm no angel. I mean, my old man died playing hero, and all I do is hate him for it. It ain't gonna be a picnic, that's for sure. Adios, you damn fool.
Is simple. Kill anyone trying to kill the commander, even if they're one of us.
Like how you killed Full Band?
It was an accident, so shut up.
Give me that. I'll do the talking. This is Base Commander McKenzie. I want you idiots to understand the gravity of this operation. My orders take priority. That's it.
Sure wish our cargo would shut up. The enemy's using anti-air weapons. Don't freak out. Keep your shit together.
Be on the lookout for camouflage SAM sites. Seek and destroy. Trigger, count. Roper 1 is exposed to anti-air fire. Find those targets.
Righto.
SAM site confirmed down. Stay alert. Roper 1 is taking enemy fire. Respond immediately.
Bandog, locate all SAM sites. Make sure support follows my orders to the letter.
Another SAM spotted.
Fire and support. We'll deal with the big one later.
SAM sites located. Damage, but can still fly.
Damaged? Take out the goddamn missile and there'd be no damage. Use those flares now. Missiles are coming.
Another SAM. Clean it up.
Missile. Missile.
Bandits closing in. Determined hostile. Intercept.
The General Staff Office seems to have the impression you didn't kill Harley, Trigger. Report at destination and reopen your case. Successfully carry out this mission, and it'll give a good impression.
Rover 1 hit by a missile.
Bandog, get some support in there fast. Tell them I requested it.
There's no time. 2 aircraft will have to do.
Trigger just crashed!
The order is simple. Kill anyone trying to kill the commander, even if they're one of us.
Like how you killed Full Band?
It was an accident, so shut up.
Give me that. I'll do the talking. This is Base Commander McKenzie. I want you idiots to understand the gravity of this operation. My orders take priority. That's it.
Sure wish our cargo would shut up. The enemy's using anti-air weapons. Don't freak out. Keep your shit together.
Be on the lookout for camouflage SAM sites. Seek and destroy. SAM site confirmed, down. Stay alert. This is Band Dog. SAM site's located. Eliminate them. SAM site confirmed, destroyed. Continue escort. Another SAM. Clean it up. New SAM site. SAM confirmed, silent. Roper 1 has taken some damage, but can still fly.
Damaged? Take out the goddamn missile and there'd be no damage.
New SAM site. There are more than we expected. Another SAM spotted. Bandits closing in. Determined hostile. Intercept.
The General Staff Office seems to have the impression you didn't kill Harley, Trigger. The court at destination will reopen your case. Successfully carry out this mission, and it'll give a good impression.
Roper 1 hit by a missile.
Band Dog, get some support in there fast. Tell them I requested it.
There's no time. 2 aircraft will have to do. SAM site's located.
This is Skull 3. Enemy transport and support spotted and confirmed. Sending backup. Clear to engage.
Spare squadron. SAM site's located. Take them out.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy destroyed. Continue with escort.
Flying as an escort makes me feel like I'm all tied down.
40 kilometers remain.
Escorts that go down do so in honorable service, worthy of my praise.
The next missile will down your craft, so watch your tail.
Band Dog, it's up to you to make sure the support stays in the air.
Stall warning. Stall warning. Stall warning. Stall warning. Stall warning.
Bandits incoming. Engage and destroy. SAM site spotted. Eliminated. Spare 2, spare 15. Bandits closing in on Roper 1. Intercept and engage.
Bandog, I see enemy aircrafts. They're right on us. Call our escorts back. Count looks promising. He's got a good combat record. I know what you're doing. Get forward.
Kilometers to destination. You're about halfway. Good. Enemy aircraft's eliminated.
Yikes. I forgot about the transport. Is it still flying?
I see the city. Once we're over the border, we're safe. Hurry up!
Bandits inbound. Don't get distracted. Just a little further.
Situation report. Something's happening. The situation is prickly here. Don't let your men do anything stupid.
Stall warning. Stall warning.
Hands off while they're in Erusian airspace. Otia is our brother nation. We should help them.
Engage! The enemy's spotted us first! They lower their altitude when attacking the SAMs. That's our chance. Down that transport before it crosses the border!
Missile. 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 Missile.
Flares! Release all the flares!
Missile.
One has been hit. Are you guys doing this on purpose?
The craft's shaking.
Commander, you won't go down. Not for a while yet.
But two more on the Agile one.
Missile. Missile.
Attention Erusian aircraft. You are approaching Volgurda's airspace. Change your heading.
Look below. Is that a wall? They built a wall along the border. You're nuts. They're imposing their independence on everyone, like it or not. Bandits confirmed down. Arriving shortly at destination. Trigger, it's a breath of fresh air having you out here.
Oh, you hear that, Trigger?
In our squadron, even the good pilots were criminals. You don't stink like them, Trigger.
Stall warning.
Looks like not all guard dogs have a good sense of smell. Trigger's got the worst criminal record out of all of us.
Count, you were convicted of fraud. You sure as hell don't live up to your name.
Save your servants for someone who cares, preacher.
You wouldn't understand, Count. Not until you take a good look in the mirror.
Stall warning. Stall warning.
Arrived at destination. Roper 1, report your situation. If everything's fine, prepare to land.
Stall warning.
Ah, would you look at that? Support has kept me alive.
Stall warning.
This is significant for all
Stall
of our
warning.
forces.
Stall
I
warning.
left my mark by proving the penal unit's ability as a usable military
All
force.
aircraft caution. Bogies.
Fun ain't over yet.
Unidentified aircraft. They're fast. Real fast.
What?
It closed in fast.
Unknown considered hostile. Respond to the situation. Protect Roper 1.
Spare 15, engage. Take down the bandits. Spare 2, support Roper 1 and escort the craft to safety.
We'll go. I was just about to ask if I could do that myself. Trigger, keep that guy away from here.
What
got his ACM down, but something's off.
Spare 2, stay alert. When you get there, the responsibility is on you.
Negative.
Stall warning. Stall warning. Stall warning. Stall warning.
How's the fuel looking on this thing? Spare 2, don't you dare go flying off. I'll have your wings.
Stall warning. Stall warning. Stall warning.
Unidentified aircraft, you are in our airspace. Leave immediately.
He's ignoring warnings. Who does he think he is?
Spare 15, the enemy has a pattern to their movements. There will be an opening. Don't let them out of your sights.
Stall warning.
Bandit hit. Still active. The bandit evaded a missile. How'd they manage that?
Trigger's movements are insane. Damn, buddy.
Stall warning.
Bandit hit. Time to finally finish him off. Bandit lost, confirmed down. Clear skies all round. Spare 15, you did well. Wait, what now? 4 friendlies approaching.
Allied fighters.
This is the Air Force Base 444 Squadron. What is your affiliation?
That a guard dog out here barking?
This is your old friend, Cyclops 1.
Cyclops Squadron? What are you doing here?
I was tracking an enemy prototype. I wouldn't be surprised if that dumbass from your side was the one who downed it.
This is Base Commander McKinsey. I apologize on behalf of that asshole. He really screwed up. He didn't listen to my order to stand down. I'm certain he'll be punished for taking down the unidentified aircraft.
Give me a break.
Commander, if you would kindly accompany me to my base, we'll answer any questions you have there.
Actually, I'm grateful. Support was unreliable.
Respectfully, sir, I believe they got promise.
Stall warning.
Ordinarily, you'd get a warm welcome to our base, but the situation is complicated. That drone is the enemy's latest experimental craft. We wanted to collect data on its capabilities, but that's gone out the window now, hasn't it? To be honest, I didn't think it could be brought down by anything. Oh yeah, your commander has been transferred to a different post. He's probably headed to the front lines, where things are hottest. Well, he did stress his achievements. We need every edge we have. We're currently seeing where we can use you best. Stand by for further orders. Trigger, Count. We've received official confirmation about what we're supposed to do with you. The company commander has made it clear he'd like you both to officially join our squadron. This is an unprecedented move. Seems like you've got some people looking out for you. Still, I think it's because of how you've conducted yourselves. I believe you'll be an asset to us. Okay, it's time for your briefing. For a long time, our counteroffensive has been overpowered by the Erusian drone's auto-intercept system. If a craft enters their airspace and doesn't respond to their IFF, drones automatically take off and move to intercept their target. However, we've discovered that the intercept system has a blind spot. We've acquired this valuable information by sending our other squadrons on dangerous missions to scout the whole area and initiate combat. Of all the pilots assigned to us, only 2 managed to survive the mission. If we don't act now, before the enemy can fill in the blind spot, those pilots will have sacrificed themselves for nothing. So, we've been ordered to carry out a long-range strategic strike. Operating separately from the main forces as the Long-Range Strategic Strike Group, we've been developing a strategy in secret. Cyclops Squadron and Strider Squadron will sortie deep into the Erusian territory and will be carrying out specialized long-range attack strategies. You will carve your way through the territory from the north to the capital of Farbanti, attacking important targets along the way. The first operation will involve striking the enemy's main naval force, the Njord Fleet, which is gathered in northern Usea. We've known for some time that there's a large supply base utilized by the enemy fleet in the waters around Snyder's Top. At present, the enemy fleet is concentrated there. Naturally, they intend to attack eastern Usea, where the Ostian forces are stationed. If we can surprise the enemy with a long-range attack, we could potentially do devastating damage to them. Still, it's highly likely that their advanced fleet are prepared and have started to move, so combat with the enemy fleet is probably unavoidable. We've verified the existence of a large supply base in the sea, as well as a medium-sized one in a valley by an estuary. It's a wide operation area, and there are a number of places you can expect large-scale combat, so we've set up a return line for replenishing supplies. Use it proactively. Anytime you feel the need to stock up on ammo or make repairs to your craft, it's there. While aircraft and ammo can be replaced, the lives of our pilots cannot. We don't want any casualties out there. Remember that. The counterattack has begun. Brace yourselves.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. Sortie ASAP.
Your first mission is to refuel midair. I'll provide you with instructions, so follow my lead. 1,500 meters to tanker. Too fast. Lower airspeed. 500 meters. You have permission to access the refueling tanker. 100. 50 meters. Trigger, maintain your current approach. Excellent work, Trigger. Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position.
Trigger, call sign is Strider 1. You will be leading Strider Squadron. Count, you'll be Cyclops 2. You'll be under Cyclops 1.
Sorry, but I'm gonna eat while I work. My judgment goes fuzzy when I'm too hungry.
How can you talk about food? Trigger, how come you're number 1 and I'm stuck as number 2? Oh well, I guess I can let it slide for now.
And we're just supposed to follow you? I heard you're spectacular, Captain. At least with your last squadron. I don't want you slowing us down out there.
Strider 1, head back to the return line if you need repairs or fuel. Aircrafts need D2 in order to be effective. We have visual confirmation of the enemy fleet. You're cleared to engage.
We'll go. Let's go.
Enemy Aegis vessel intercepting incoming missiles with their Sea-Wiz. Counteract Sea-Wiz below approach or use missiles outside intercept range.
All ships, prepare for anti-air combat. Swarm any dumbass that flies near our fleet. They're already firing. They think they can hit us.
Make a low approach or dive to avoid their fire when you move in.
Destroyer sunk. Clear the rest.
Cyclops Squadron.
These steps are running in critical locations. We can't keep up.
The enemy has lost 30% of their fleet. If you don't stay sharp, you'll be meeting Davy Jones. They're giving us all they've got. Slip through that fire. Keep hitting and running.
Got it.
Enemy aircraft is launched. Engage it.
Look at him go. Destroyer sunk. Lost engine control.
I think we've sunk most of the enemy fleet, but I can't tell because of all the smoke.
Cyclops 2, stay sharp. Half of the enemies are still around. Work by the numbers, Cal.
Break hard.
No enemy bases are close enough to strike our supply line. They can move in from far away, like a flock of snowbirds.
Stop fluttering about and stay glued to my ass.
Stop treating me like a poor chick. I've shot down my fair share of enemies.
Chirp, 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 little chick. Just stick with your mother head. We'll get back in the roost safe and sound. Medic, we need you over here. At this rate, we'll lose the ship.
Missile cruiser Scothy has been sunk. Well done.
Strider 1. There's some fancy moves out there.
Enemy fleet has been neutralized. You guys just downed some serious firepower.
It was a piece of cake.
It's nice to have some fresh talent we can count on.
Trigger, what are the marks on your plan? 3 lines. Scratches.
I don't like them. They're like sin lines.
What are those?
Nothing.
Stall warning.
Token acquired.
Evading missile.
Missile hit! Strider 1, don't ice up.
Icing.
Strider 1, your plane is icing up.
I'm taking fire, but I can fly.
Missile.
Bandit has a lockup. Catch you, pal. Half of us are resupplying. We need
We're near the
time.
Valley platform.
Damn it. They caught us getting ready to deploy. Hurry it up.
Strider 1, missile launched.
One of the new recruits talks a lot. Swears a lot, too. That girl swears more than me.
Enemy has a lock
It's
on
not
you.
just the swearing either. She's got quick fists, too.
I thought you'd say that. We're supposed to smash up that whole thing?
That'd be a tall order. Just destroy the boats, aircraft, and AA weaponry.
Nah, let's do what the chick said. Roger.
Missile. Missile.
Box 2.
Missile. Missile.
Bullseye. Target has been destroyed.
Impressive.
Mass Dapper destroyed.
Missile.
I went for the structural reinforcements. They're small, but not impossible to hit.
I've sent the data. Behave like Wiseman and serve up a sandwich.
Righto. Copy. Roger.
Loss on the platform was not anticipated. Without this base, we'll have to rethink our whole strategy. Fight! Breaking away! Locked on. Enemy's got a lock.
We're approaching the marine platform.
Get those planes off the runway! We have to send up fighters now! All right, scramble!
Enemy fighters have just taken off from the platform. Eliminate those fighters with extreme prejudice before they can threaten the mission.
We'll go. We'll swat those flies down into the drink. Enemy's got a lock.
Trigger's one of the pilots who's been up against the demon in that experimental squadron. Chased him off solo, too, since support ran off.
Bandit acquired. Initiating attack.
I was there myself. Wouldn't be here if it weren't for Trigger. You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, well, I wish I'd been there, too.
If you were one of those escorts that flew off, you should watch your back.
They got a lock on you, Strider 1. Special delivery.
Enemy vessel destroyed. Strider 1, missile launched. Maintain course if you want to go back to resupply.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Make your landing check. Too fast. Lower airspeed.
Back left. Lower your nose. You're too high. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Strider 1, this is Control Tower. The runway is clear?
Is Jaeger teaching our hatchling how to fly? Hey, knock that off, would you? Okay, I've got a story for you. It's about a great war hero. There was once an Erusian ace known as the King of the Skies. Every pilot he faced in training said pretty much the same thing. Scary. They knew the true fear that an animal feels when it is being hunted by a predator. What about people who face him in an actual dogfight? No pilot came back alive. I'm not sure I buy that.
Fox 2. Strider 1, frigate destroyed.
Squadron might show up.
Jaeger, he knows that better than anyone. He's one of the few with the skills to face Mr. Rex and live to tell.
That ain't funny. Target destroyed.
Target locked.
Fox 2. Didn't think that'd miss.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Hit on Bandit confirmed. Bandit has a lock.
Missile.
Bandit acquired. Firing.
Cyclops 3, evade! Missile incoming!
Chaffin flares completed.
Launch Bandit's ass.
Missile.
Locked on.
Escaping lock. Breaking away.
Our anti-aircraft weapons are taking heavy damage. Bring down those fighters!
Our damage is minimal, but 70% of our fleet is still operational. We're not done yet.
Bandit acquired. Firing. Missile fired. Evading.
Platform perks confirmed. You just put the meat in between those buns and that burger is well done.
Were we serving a sandwich?
I'm happy to eat both.
Whatever you say, man.
5 minutes remaining.
Behind you. Enemy on your tail.
Careful. Enemy on your tail.
Locked on Bandit.
Enemy's got a lock.
We can't get away. Bailing out.
Looks like we've taken out a third of the enemy fighters. And it's mostly thanks to Strider 1.
I bet that one hurt.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
Half the AA guns and SAM sites are still alive and kicking. Not good.
Why can't that experimental squadron show up here?
You might as well be praying to the heavens. Now get after him and shoot him down yourself. That's half of their operational ships. Keep at it, everyone. Bandit has a down for good. Come on, that's enough, right? Let's get out of here.
One more? We'll wipe them all out.
Give me a break.
Nice shot. Joint section destroyed.
We've lost half the platform. Prepare the anti-aircraft batteries.
Strider 1, enemy is locked on.
Hurry with the launch preparation. We must beat the enemy's attack.
The platform has been destroyed. Be careful not to get caught up in the collapse.
Holy hell. Not for real.
Can't afford to lose this base.
2 minutes remaining. Missile inbound. Missile inbound.
Reckon there was a direct hit to our bridge. All of our ships are crippled.
Platform successfully purged.
Just a bit more and that platform is going down. I call dibs on the final shot.
God damn it! There are only 2 squadrons! Keep the beat, lock!
They dodged it.
Say goodbye. Just keep letting them fly. Give that a heads up.
Destruction of marine platform confirmed. Good job.
Yes, it's confirmed that it's been destroyed. Keep the same target back and forth sections.
Move on to the valley as before. Missile in the air. Evading. 1 minute remaining.
Locked on, you're mine.
Bandit has fired a missile. Break!
Behind the enemy.
Bandit fast. Bandit behind you. Heads up. Enemy's got a lock. Break it.
They have a lock on me.
Strider 1, don't ice up. 30 seconds remaining. Strider 1, missile launched. In gun range.
Behind the enemy. Target locked.
I'm cornered.
Fox 2.
Fox 2. Bandit acquired. Locked on. Attack missed.
Now I'm iced up. Wonderful.
You didn't do work today. The new recruits certainly pulled their weight too.
Huh, you never know until you're up in the air, do you?
We can look into who did what later. Right now, we need to mop up the rest.
Attention all aircraft. Operation complete. The enemy won't recover from this one. You did great out there. I think tonight's the night we finally open that bottle.
I think I understand the new boss's style. Our other newcomer is a unique character. The old squad was bad, and I guess it's no different here. I could really perform, if only I had some partners I could trust.
No need to worry. I got your back. Relax and do your thing.
Give me a break.
Sorry, but I'm gonna eat while I work. My judgment goes fuzzy when I'm too hungry.
The mission was a success. You did more to hobble the enemy's sea power than we first expected. Outstanding work. This should free up our allies who have been bogged down on the East Coast. In addition, this success allows us to finally move on and initiate the operation to shoot down the Arsenal bird. We have a long road ahead of us. Get some rest while you can. Our counteroffensive has changed the course of the war. However, the western part of the continent and the area around the space elevator still remain under Erusian control. As you all know, this is because they have those damn Arsenal birds controlling the skies around the lighthouse. So, we're going to use Stonehenge for a long-range attack against the Arsenal bird. In addition to helping to destroy the asteroid, Stonehenge was also utilized by the Erusian forces as a weapon in the Continental War. However, the majority of the artillery is out of action after an air raid by the Independent State Allied forces. When that happened, the main base was being repaired from the damage caused by the asteroid, so it managed to escape the bombardment. The Osean Army continued the repairs in secret and managed to reactivate its base systems. Once preparations are complete, it will be able to fire again. However, the officer in charge has yet to confirm whether it can be fired more than once. In other words, it is looking like we may have only one chance to be able to bring down one of those invulnerable Arsenal birds. We're going all in on this one plan. The Erusian forces have detected our movements and are marching on Stonehenge. The Arsenal bird is closing in, but if our operation goes as planned, we should be able to shoot it down before it reaches the operation area. We've set up strong points we call menhirs around Stonehenge. Provide them with air support, while keeping air superiority. Our mission is to protect Stonehenge until it can shoot down that monster bird. If we can shoot down even just one Arsenal bird, it will significantly reduce the scale of the enemy's air defense network. Stonehenge is our only way of bringing down an Arsenal bird. Missing is a luxury we cannot afford.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
Attention, all defensive and air support teams. In order to get up and running, what I need most from you is time. As long as you can provide me that, my program will bring down the Arsenal bird.
That was Major Deanna McConey. I'm Warrant Officer Lehman, a specialist. We're now commencing the operation to destroy the Arsenal bird.
It's gonna be a long fight. Don't waste any ammo.
So that's Stonehenge, huh? It's bigger than I imagined. Uglier, too.
Look at that mess of cables. They're using generator trucks to run it.
Are we sure that thing's even gonna fire? Seriously, I mean, how old is it?
If it doesn't, then our luck is run dry. I'd get praying if I were you.
Well, if it works, it'll bring down even an arsenal. Big F. And it'd have to hit.
Attention, all defensive and air support teams. In order to get up and running, what I need most from you is time. As long as you can provide me that, my program will bring down the Arsenal bird.
That was Major Deanna McConey. I'm Warrant Officer Lehman, a specialist. We're now commencing the operation to destroy the Arsenal bird.
It's gonna be a long fight. Don't waste any ammo.
So that's Stonehenge, huh? It's bigger than I imagined. Uglier, too.
Look at that mess of cables. They're using generator trucks to run it.
Are we sure that thing's even gonna fire? Seriously, I mean, how old is it?
If it doesn't, then our luck is run dry. I'd get praying if I were you.
Well, if it works, it'll bring down even an arsenal. Big F. And it'd have to hit.
Men here 6. Enemy tank straight ahead. Located an enemy tank. Broadcaster requesting close air support.
Men here 6. Request for air support confirmed. Help is on the way.
Listen up. Our job is to defend here. That's all. You got it? This should be easy. Go earn your paycheck.
Enemy missile cruising. Breaking. Enemy on your rear.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Friendly aircraft lost.
Missile.
We've lost half our forces. I'm headed up to here with those damn enemy aircraft. The main comm! Let's destroy Stonehenge!
Excellent. They hold me. Pin them down!
I'll take him out.
Powering main system. Go through. Skipping sequences 47 to 97.
Activated. We just need one shot.
This is Men here 6. The enemy ground forces have been eliminated. Much obliged for the air support. Alright guys, this time you get a whole 45 seconds. Grab some chow or something.
Missile.
This is Men here 7. We've linked up with ground and air support and are ready to drive the enemy back.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Bombers, bearing 190. Stonehenge won't survive a bomb run. You have to stop them.
We've only got 60% green. We've got 30% yellow. 10% is red.
Well, it has been sitting here rusting away for the past 20 years. I'd say a few glitches are to be expected. Hurry and verify the reds and yellows.
Roger! Clever. Target acquired. That's right. This is Men here 7. We are getting overrun. We need reinforcements.
Men here 7 is hot. Let's go give them some help before they give up.
Allied aircraft, don't worry about us. Take out those bombers.
Locked on. This one's a guard.
More bombers approaching. Intercept them now. Strider 1, target acquired.
Men here 7 here. Enemy aircraft approaching. They're gonna clean this place out. If we don't get air support, we're dead.
Power level is at 40%. 42%. Come on, damn it!
Come on, baby. Be good. We need you.
Stonehenge is taking damage. Major McConey, are you alright in there?
Major is busy with work. We're gonna need you to please keep up the defense.
Is something really gonna fire? More hostiles advancing towards Men here 6. Ground forces haven't noticed yet.
Let's take out the enemy while our friends are still on their feet.
There's no way we're letting them take out Stonehenge.
Try to think like the enemy. You should know for the next action. Enemies in lock. Breaking. Missile! Break! Break!
Lead the enemy aircraft to the LRS-15. Our target is on the ground. Men here 7. Enemy reinforcement. They're attacking in waves. Oh, baby, we're saved! Whoever is flying the plane with 3 lines, I'm buying you a beer later.
Missile. Caution.
Fox 2! Fox 2! Anti-aircraft guns destroyed.
One shot from Stonehenge and that arsenal bird will be good.
Just keep coming.
We successfully defended Mid-Tier 7. Good work, everyone.
Destroy those closest to our
The
allies first.
LRSSD. Without them, we probably would have been the ones in trouble.
More bombers. They're high. Altitude 8,000. Bearing 150.
The enemy's going all out, too.
Railgun power supply is... Numbers aren't going up.
Bypassing the auxiliary condenser.
Come on, damn it!
This is Men-Here 5. We've engaged the enemy reinforcements. We're ready to take it to them.
Looks like goddamn whack-a-mole out here. I'm already exhausted.
Grit your teeth and fly. Remember that the fate of the whole war depends on this mission.
It's launched.
What the hell? You're supposed to be the ones on the offensive. How did they get us on the road?
We've wiped out half of them. Is it up?
We just have to hold on until the railgun fires.
Visual on target. Prepare for bombing run.
Take out all bombers.
I got the guards. This is Men-Here 6. That's the last of the enemy reinforcements. I gave my men a 15-minute vacation. Sorry, I gave you a free to myself. I'll just be sitting on my lost land. I'll be back before lunch.
What did you say?
Strider, Cyclops, intercept those bombers.
We can see the smoke from here. Get those bombers.
Yeah, and single-handedly.
The bird with the 3 lines. It's gotta be him. Talk about Stonehenge. Back to the Stonehenge.
Strider 1, missile closing. Evade!
Vehicle eliminated. New hostiles bearing 210. Number unknown.
More hostiles, fantastic. My score's just gonna keep climbing.
Never learn, will you?
That should take care of the reinforcements facing Men-Here 5. Good going.
This is Glitter. Mission accomplished. Looks like I needed a time. That damn Lucy army. Why do they have to go and use civilians as their survey techs? I've had to take them out.
More guests. Bombers and their escorts. Bearing 170.
Shit. I want to go smack them down, but those boys below are hanging on by a thread. You want me to choose?
Power level is at 80%. Think we should take our shot?
Patience. Don't want to waste everyone's hard work. Let's wait to 100.
I guess you're right. Give the fire control system one last check while we're waiting.
Roger.
Fox 2, keep an eye on your rear.
Chaffin flank deployed.
Pursuing enemy.
More bombers approaching.
Move it. Bandit locked. Bandit in my sight. Locked on. Ally shot down.
Intercept them now.
Trigger, what the hell are you doing?
Enemy rocket unit coming from the southwest, and helo-borne assault from the northeast. They're planning a direct assault on Stonehenge. Stop them.
Let's split up. Take whichever way you like.
This place is in shambles. I'm not sure I can take the shock of firing the railgun.
There's too much debris. We've got injured.
All aircraft, you copy. Protect Stonehenge now.
Hostile has a lock.
Missile.
I got a bandit on lock. Talk through.
Bandit in my sight. My God.
Missile.
Enemy missile closing. Break it. They have a lock on you. Shake them.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile. Missile.
Let me slide in on that tail.
Missile.
Understood. Commencing mission. Chopper is on its way to Stonehenge.
We're doing everything we can to fire as quickly as possible. Just buy us some time until then.
Prepare to fire. They know we're here. So shoot them before they shoot us. How long till you're ready? Once we fire, that cannon will crumble and the battle will end.
The helo unit's all yours, Trigger. Lead the way and eliminate the enemy. Cyclops will take the rocket unit.
Roger that.
Missile. Missile.
Requesting backup and rescue.
Missile. Missile.
Almost to Stonehenge. Perfect. Their rear is wide open.
Just focus on doing your job. They will handle their job to protect us from the enemy outside.
Attacking.
Helo assault unit is down. If they had infiltrated Stonehenge, it would have been all over. Good work.
Enemy attack starting.
Cyclops Squadron has eliminated the rocket unit. Keep it up.
You've given my program a lot of the time it needs. Stonehenge will be ready to fire shortly.
Stand by. I'm picking up something on my radar. The signal is massive. It's the Arsenal bird.
I have visual. Arsenal bird confirmed.
Here they come. A swarm of UAVs is launching from the Arsenal bird. Keep them away from Stonehenge.
Broker the target, here are the variables. How long till we can fire?
Firing at 60.
Hear that? Keep us safe till then.
Fire control system inspection complete. Radar error correction is good to go.
Who's over in the city?
Confirm voltage.
Voltage stable. 30 seconds.
We have confirmation. Live projectile is loaded.
Power level is at 100%.
15 seconds.
Frame control?
All green.
Initiate final countdown.
Understood. Commencing final countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Stop the countdown. Lost the target.
God? This stupid thing is flying in the open.
The survey data isn't updating. No response from our spotter.
Survey vehicle down.
Those vehicles were Stonehenge's eyes.
Missile.
Without those,
Missile.
I'm sorry.
Don't give up yet, Major. We still have sensors. Our eyes. The oldest sensors in the book.
Missile.
What are you scheming?
They're too unreliable.
Not bad.
That's something.
Impossible. We routing circuit. We can't do any more. Half the battery containers are carry out our mission.
Come on, damn it!
Missile.
Attention, all personnel! We have a change in the mission. We will now be using direct fire to shoot down the Arsenal bird. Listen, attack the central repellers. If you can destroy them, the Arsenal bird will slow down.
Strider 1, Cyclops 1. Air up and attack that propeller. Everyone else, defend Stonehenge from the UAVs.
We'll go. Jaeger, you take the lead.
It's ready against APS.
I'm going. The propellers are too much for Trigger alone.
Oh, you damn glory hound. Do your friggin' job.
Count, we need someone who can take down those UAVs. It's up to you.
Trigger, do not ignore this.
Unbelievable. Stonehenge came with honest-to-goodness range tables? Well, isn't that curious?
Missile.
They knew what they were doing.
Missile. Missile.
This whole operation is crazy.
Missile.
archaic. The intel is capable of dropping.
We can see the Ocean flag from here. Not much wind. The rest is just instinct.
Alright, that takes care of the propellers. Arsenal bird is slowing down.
I knew my faith was well placed, Trigger.
Cyclops 4 has been hit. Are you alright?
Power level is at 80%.
I'm fine. We can't lose any more allies.
Knock that off. Push yourself too hard and you're dead. Get back to base.
Loco over.
Arsenal bird propeller stalled.
Confirm voltage.
Voltage stable.
Power level is at 100%.
We've done our part. Stonehenge, shoot.
Understood. Begin final countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Adjusting angle.
3, 2, 1. Fire! Hit, damn it!
Is it really over now?
Reporting mission success. Lehman, this victory belongs to you. That was a good lesson on the importance of manual control.
Today's MVPs are the LRSSG.
I'll say, especially those two lead birds. They're the Ocean big shots. We can win if we follow them. The Ocean big shots?
You mean the Ocean Big Shot?
Looks like we're on the offensive now. The enemy's defensive range dropped along with that Arsenal bird.
That just means more pie for us.
Are we gonna eat the whole thing?
The brass is always hungry for more. They've got a bottomless appetite. But enough about that. Get some rest now before the counterattack.
Yeah, we got our hands dirty for nothing. The guys were babbling about a 3-line marking. Look into that for me.
Attention, all defensive and air support teams. In order to get up and running, what I need most from you is...
The mission succeeded, but at a great cost. This victory marks a strategic turning point. The enemy has only one Arsenal bird left, and the defensive grid around the space elevator has been decimated. We can expect a counteroffensive by Ocean forces everywhere.
I was born downtown, in our capital. When I recall my homeland, my thoughts are filled with the sights and sounds of the city. But home means something different to each and every one of us. Therefore, I've decided to visit every place where our citizens call home. The Kingdom of Erusia is a land of diversity. Each region has its own unique and special culture.
The destruction of one of their Arsenal birds has significantly reduced the scale of Erusia's air defense network. Ocean forces have moved into the areas where we gained air superiority and freed over half of the Eusian continent. However, Erusea is feeling the pressure and is reacting by attempting to activate the ballistic missile base in the suburbs of Sierra Plata. For the past 72 hours, they've put their resources and people into action and have already entered the final stages of a launch. The missile silo is deep underground. To destroy it, we'll need a bomber to drop a huge deep penetration bomb in a precise place. Unfortunately, that airspace is thick with clouds at the moment, so it'll be difficult for a bomber to hit the target accurately. Normally, we'd wait for the weather to clear, but with the situation being what it is, we don't have that option. So, we will be the bomber's eyes and find the missile silo. You'll all be equipped with targeting pods instead of special weapons. We need you to fly at low altitude and visually identify which silo they're activating, then acquire it with your targeting pod. Once you press the firing switch, the bombers will drop their payload based on the location data provided by the targeting pod. You will need to keep the silo in the center of your sight until the bomb hits its target, or else it will miss entirely. It takes a high level of airmanship to properly guide these bombs to their targets while flying in place. Naturally, we assume the enemy has positioned anti-air artillery and aircraft in the area of operations, so stay alert. Additionally, we suffered human and material losses in the last battle, so Cyclops Squadron will sit this one out. Trigger, it's up to you to make this work with just Strider Squadron.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
Erusea only has 5 IRBM silos in total. Therefore, the enemy's made a number of fake silos to try and throw our bombers off the scent.
Did you say fake?
They're painted to look like the real thing from the sky. Can't tell the difference.
It's the wing of that LRSSG that brought down that Arsenal bird. We've got the bombs. You do the terminal guidance.
In order to use the targeting pods, you'll need to change weapons first. Try to align the missile silo with a circle in the center of your HUD. When you're lined up, hit the firing switch and the bomb will drop. You're gonna need to keep the silo aligned until the bomb hits. The enemy set up anti-air weapons in multiple locations.
We need to work together to take them down.
Keep the targeting pod trained on that silo until the payload is delivered.
The bunker buster hit its mark. Time for fireworks.
Destruction of first missile silo confirmed.
The IRBM is aimed at the O-Team Terra Center. Go through live or it's fake. We have no time.
They completely lost it. You can bet on it.
Let's end this madness.
Dropping another bunker buster will take some time. Aim carefully.
Size of the missiles launched from the silos off the charts.
Let's do this.
Bunker buster away.
Look, there's fire shooting up from the ground.
Missile silo destroyed. That makes 2. No launch signs yet.
We might be able to pull this off. Let's keep it up and get the rest of these silos.
Picking up an enemy squadron. It must be the reinforcements they called in. They don't appear to be going after our bomber. Take them out if they interfere with our mission. Entering clouds. Enemy has a lock on you.
Enemy on your tail. Watch out. Breaking to escape lock. Enemy missile chasing me.
We did it. That takes care of that. Nice work. This is a serious mission. Was it Wiseman who gave Strider 2 account? The formation changes every mission. I'm sure he has a reason for it.
I'll believe that when I see it. I'm just glad he won't be there to shoot my ear off.
I don't know what these guys have to accomplish, but happy to have them. Behind the enemy.
Evading missiles. Bandit acquired. Firing.
Missile launched.
Now in the fight.
This one's mine.
Strider 1, we have the coordinates. Firing the bunker buster. All right, now let's take out those remaining silos.
Missile silo destroyed.
Where do we look next? The sky feels open and free today. As a Cyclops, I felt like a bird in a cage. Once this mission's over, I guess we'll be back under the company commander's thumb again. What a pain in the ass.
Strider 1, missile away. Missile is closing. Strider 1, break! Target destroyed. Five minutes remaining. Entering cloud cover.
Bunker buster away.
Stay upside down.
That was a mistake. No structures visible.
Strider 1, missile away. Strider 1, target destroyed.
Strider 1, we have the coordinates. Firing the bunker buster.
Right on the money.
Hit. Target destroyed.
The fewer there are, the harder they are to find. Good luck.
There's only one silo remaining.
I'm like a wolf that's been let off its leash. These guys won't know what hit them. I thought you were a bird freed from its cage.
Target acquired.
Nickel. 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 Nickel.
Missile launched.
Target confirmed. Dropping the bomb now.
Where's the explosion? Looks like this wasn't one of the real silos.
Minutes remaining. Hostile lock on you, Strider 1.
Missile closing! Fire at will! Let's take them down now!
Target acquired.
Missile in the air! Wait, now!
Enemy is locked on! Breaking!
Trigger, bomb has been dropped. 2 minutes remaining.
Where's the real silo?
Bunker busted away.
All missile silos have been destroyed.
Wait, what the hell is that?
Alert! We've detected an IRBM launch. Confirmed signature on our radar. Launch site is this dam.
Not from the silos?
They certainly hit it well. We still have a chance. Shoot it down before it reaches critical altitude.
Hostile has a lock!
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Nickel.
Strider 1, break!
Nickel.
Standard acquired. Locked on.
Nickel.
Confirmed signature on our radar. Warning, we confirm another launch. Take it out.
Nickel. Nickel. Nickel.
Strider 1, bandit on your tail.
Nickel.
I bet that one hurt.
Nickel. Nickel. Nickel.
I'm cornered!
Nickel. 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 Nickel.
New hostiles. All aircraft confirmed. Additional launch confirmed.
Incoming!
Pursuing enemy!
Nickel. Nickel.
Fox 2! Roger 6!
Hostile has a lock!
Strider 1, missile away. The target will soon reach critical altitude. All of the missiles have been destroyed.
That was cutting it pretty close. I was starting to get a little nervous.
You're telling me. You had us sweating up here. There wasn't even anything we could do about it. Glad we were partnered with you on this operation.
That went about as expected. Be sure to include in the report how much ass I kicked while off the company commander's leash. Roger that, and I'll be sure to include all the crap you said about Wiseman, too.
Erusea only has 5 IRBM silos in total. Therefore, the enemy's made a number of fake silos to try.
We have successfully prevented an enemy ballistic missile attack. Strider Squadron, you did very well without your unit commander. We are now preparing for the final stage of our long-range operation, seizing the capital. With the loss of an arsenal bird, followed by the destruction of their ballistic missile base, Erusea is running out of ways to counter. This is a great opportunity for the Osean army to bolster our power to eventually take down the Erusian capital of Farbanti. The special long-range strategy is entering its final phase. Our objective is to attack and capture the Erusian Air Force Base in Cape Rainy in northern Erusia. This important base is at the forefront of our strategy to establish control of Farbanti. Under the cover of night, our plan is that all squadrons will invade from the valley to the south and mount an air assault on the area. The enemy's observation field has eyes on the skies above the valley, so your altitude will need to be restricted. If you go over a certain altitude, the enemy could spot you, ending the mission in failure. Keep that in mind. Once you arrive, you are to take out the enemy's air defense forces as soon as possible and prepare for the support squadrons. When the air defense forces are neutralized, the helicopter squadron should arrive carrying Marines. The plan is to take control of the base. Getting through the valley is only half the job.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
Beginning nighttime aerial refueling process. Be careful of reduced visibility. 1,500 meters to tanker. Make left. Too fast. Lower airspeed. Trigger, maintain your current approach. 50 meters. Excellent work, Trigger. Maintain your current position.
Strider 1, you have passed through Waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters. Good. Maintain your current course.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
Stay out of their sight.
Caution.
Strider, ask this one. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Can we secure the LZ quickly?
We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men.
Everyone here's already signed their wills.
That ain't funny.
Everyone is good at jokes. Okay, follow you in. Good luck.
Understood.
Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull
Strider
up.
1, you've passed through Waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
When can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in Farbanti. Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander himself. The best thing about Strider Squadron is our leader keeps his mouth shut.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. 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 Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. 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 Pull up. Caution. Caution.
Watch your
Pull up.
speed.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
You've passed Waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base, imposing radio silence. We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Continue to keep an eye on your altitude. There are plenty of dark spots that can sneak up on you.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
Spotted enemy aircraft in the valley headed for the base.
We've been detected. We've lost the element of surprise. Strider 1, you have passed through Waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 600 meters.
Pull up.
Good. Maintain your current course.
Pull up. Caution.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Caution. Caution. Pull up.
Stay out of their sight.
Caution. Pull up.
Strider, ask this one. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Can we secure the LZ quickly?
We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men.
Everyone here's already signed their wills.
Pull up.
That ain't funny.
Pull up.
Never was good at jokes. Okay, follow you in. Good luck.
Understood.
Caution.
Strider 1, you've passed through Waypoint 2.
Pull up.
The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull up.
When can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in Farbanti. Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander himself. The best thing about Strider Squadron is our leader keeps his mouth shut.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull up.
Watch your speed.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base. Closing radio silence. We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Continue to keep an eye on your altitude. There are plenty of dark spots that can sneak up on you.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Pull up. Caution. 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 Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution.
You just passed through waypoint 4. Radio silence has been lifted. You're almost at the base.
We made it. That was quite the roller coaster ride.
Pull up.
Visual confirmation on the airbase. Reach destination.
Commence the attack. It's time for their wake-up call. The longer it takes, the worse off we'll be. Hurry up. Finish them off.
All right, let's give them a beating.
Strider 1, missile away. Target is hit.
Enemy start attacking! The hell did they come from?
Strider 1, target acquired.
Fire on the searchlight! I can't see where the enemies are coming from!
It looks like the enemy's air defenses are online. Yes, they finally decided to wake up. Keep up the attack. The sooner we finish this thing, the better. Okay, that takes care of all the SAM sites.
This is Atlas 1. Arrived in the AO. Landing down.
Roger that. If the enemy is still present in large numbers when our ground forces arrive, the mission will be a failure. Go help our allies.
Be quick. On time. Phase 3.
Your jokes haven't gotten any better.
That's the last of our idea. They've all been taken out.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Hostiles are still near the LZ. Can't make our approach.
Multiple helicopters spotted. Keep a visual on them. Strider 1, I need you to take out those enemies in the LZ. Strider 1, missile launched.
Missile inbound! Evade!
Strider 1, target acquired. Strider 1, target destroyed.
This is Atlas 1. Landing down. Trust your allies and keep moving. This base is ours for the taking.
Wait the base, Commander! What are you waiting for?
All enemy fighters down.
Caution. Pull up.
I feel their pain, I really do. But this is war.
We've engaged the enemy reinforcements. Requesting immediate close air support.
Copy that. Send some your way.
Pizza guy's in trouble. Let's help him out.
It's all right. Those two Ozian big shots will take care of them for us.
Target eliminated. Great work.
Okay, now it's time to switch out the enemies on the front line. The way ahead is cleared up. You have our thanks.
Give me a damage report. We've suffered heavy losses. This is more than a surprise attack. Locked on. Go down.
Picking up an enemy squadron. It must be the reinforcements they called in.
We've confirmed at least one leader. It's the one with the 3 scratches.
Emergency! Enemy reinforcements! They're stopping us! We can't do anything about their air power. They should be
air support.
Strider Squadron, enemy reinforcements. Get some goddamn support there now.
Enemy numbers are small. Don't give in. Fight until the very end.
That takes care of that. Nice work. We did it. That's the last of them. Achieved air superiority.
This is 2-2. We're stuck. We won't be able to capture the base at this rate.
Keep your heads down. 3 strikes will take care of the enemy. That's it. If we take out those 2, we can force our way inside the facility.
Target's destruction confirmed. That air support was right on the money.
Keep pushing the enemy on their heels.
Okay. Start running on the count of 3. Great. I get to finally send my boys in to ring the doorbell.
There's still quite a few enemies holed up in there. However, we can't afford to wait any longer. Begin the assault. If anyone resists, kill them. Contact! 2 o'clock! Go! Go! Fire!
Tear down that barricade.
Gotta go. This is Basilisk 1. The base is ours. We have control of all major functions.
Glad the pizza was on time.
Roger that, Basilisk 1. Mission accomplished.
All prisoners of war will be treated in accordance with international law. We've even brought pizza.
Looks like they can shred those wills.
I'm already getting an earful from the men over the needless paperwork.
No joke.
Okay, go ahead and begin your approach. Move to the flight control.
Roger that.
Strider 1, this is Basilisk. The runway is clear. You have permission to land. The party is on as soon as you get here. Reduce your speed. Turn right. 3,000 meters to the runway. Lower your nose. You're too high. Meters to the runway. You are right on course. Maintain current heading. Reduce your speed. Impressive, Strider 1. Strider 1 has landed. Let's go and greet him.
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the...
Excellent work on the night raid. Submarines have arrived from the Ocean mainland and are refueling. This base will serve as a frontline platform for our mission to take Farbanti. We're almost at the end of this operation.
Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore. For For a man his age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient, remarkably flexible. His reflexes were sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile. It was not meant to handle the excessive amounts of radiation that constantly bombarded the stratosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff, but by the time he landed back at the base, he was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down.
Suspend mission.
The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground. I wasn't worried about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly, so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory, and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
The operation to capture Erusia's capital, Farbanti, is beginning. This is the culmination of our work. We need to capture the Erusian forces' general headquarters in the south of Farbanti and end this war. The plan is for ground troops to attack Farbanti from both the east and north, and a task fleet will attack from the southwest. We will secure air superiority over the capital, while providing air support for our allies on the ground and in the water as required. By all accounts, we expect this to be an intense, full-scale battle across land, sea, and air. Should you need to replenish your ammunition or make necessary repairs to your craft, a return line has been set up in the north. During this operation, we will also be tasked with having to destroy the communications satellites that Erusia hacked. If we take down the information communication system that we believe they have control over, it should plunge Erusia into chaos. Once the capital falls, the Erusian military will be isolated and thrown into chaos, making it easier for us to end the war. However, that can't happen until after the capital falls, so you guys are the stars of this battle. Erusia will fight like a tiger, but we cannot lose. We must seize the capital and end this war.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
Our troops have engaged the Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. You're really putting the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all of you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece.
Cyclops 2, Fox 2.
Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Counter's back in the saddle with Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Cute. Ah, it's real funny.
Cyclops 1, Fox 2.
Get away from that missile!
Enemy got away. Bandit acquired. Initiating attack.
Missile launched.
Breaking. I need to evade.
Caution, enemy has a lock.
Now open this guy up.
Strider 1, hostile on your 6.
Fox 2, Fox 2. Attack missed.
Missile evaded. Strider 1, the men below you are to secure the Silver Bridge, but they can't break enemy lines. We have aircraft initially, but our numbers are less than ideal.
Strike to the sky. Too bad for those guys.
Locked on, lights out.
Strider 1, go.
Fox 2.
I need to get away. Thinking.
Target acquired.
Break. Break.
GPS to locate allies.
Strider 1, warning, missile.
Where did that hit?
Enemy got away. Locked on hostile.
We need more air support. We can't hold the bridge much longer without it.
Fox 2.
Good. I'm hit, but still fighting. This is Rango 2, behind Bandit.
Enemy vessel, fire! The harder the battle, the less likely it goes according to plan.
On to 6.
Call reinforcements! Damn it! Should have done it sooner! Enemy USU, we have to retreat!
Locked on, this one's a goner.
Whistle is closing. Strider 1, break! Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Evading.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other one.
Roger.
I've got you.
Missile fired. Pay attention.
Locked on bandit.
Break! Break!
Strider 1, target acquired. Strider 1, Fox 2.
Target down and out.
Okay, Trigger. The park is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
I'll show you all how it's done.
We can't let the enemy take this position. Kill them all.
Missile. Missile.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Missile.
Missile in the air, evading.
Breaking away. Flying on me.
Roger. Mark building secured. Use your detail to clear the way.
I know the feeling.
There's a lock on you.
HQ, we're falling back. We don't stand a chance against their air support.
Hold your ground.
Our morale is our real issue right now. They shouldn't have mentioned 3 strikes during the briefing.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Look at what's left of our forces. Damn that 3 strikes.
Boy, am I glad 3 strikes is here.
Anti-air gun eliminated. In gun range.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see.
Enemy reinforcements on radar. Take them out.
Hostile forces coming out of the HQ. We don't have enough troops to hold them.
Split up. The longer this drags on, the greater our losses.
Roger that.
Breaking, can't get away from this lock.
They're after you, Strider 1.
Friendly down.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Missile away.
Show them how only you fight this battle.
Missile hit. Target acquired. Target in gun range.
Hold them. Don't let them through.
They evaded it.
Our tank commander's down. Check the port side. We need to regroup. The missiles took out a lot of armaments.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
These guys just won't give up.
Missile.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
We must take advantage of this opening.
Sink every last one of the enemy ships.
Strider 1, evade that missile.
Careful. The ruins and sunken ships make these waters shallow. This is the Stork. There are small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the fleet.
The comms are full of requests for help from friendlies. Our occupation of Frabati could be in jeopardy now.
Push while we have the upper hand. Keep
1 Squadron at the Silver Bridge.
Strider 1, bombs away.
I can't believe we're getting pushed back. All that long.
5 minutes remaining.
Don't stop!
Special weaponry. Vessel confirmed sunk.
We've lost 30% of our fleet. It's going to be difficult to complete our mission given these circumstances.
Everyone's requesting backup. They'll take forever to get here. Fall back 900 yards. Three strikes is here.
Strider 1, bombs away.
Strider 1, break! Thanks to our air support, victory is within sight. Let's turn the remaining enemies into shark bait.
Eyeball to Ostrich. Take care of Niner Sierra for us. Roger. We'll provide supporting fire along with York. Our target is Niner Sierra. Prepare the first volley. Ready! Fire!
Steer clear of the sunken Allied ships. Just how many did we lose? Too many of them. David 3 strikes is back.
Just how hard we're pushing from up here.
Traffic flares.
Eyeball, give us a report. School, we're finished. Thanks for the fire support. Roger.
Trigger, I'm on my way to join you. Our boys on the ground can finish up here.
Missile.
Understood. Understood. Lancaster, I'm meeting up with Strider.
Roger. You spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy.
Trigger, it's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down and move on to the next.
Missile. Missile.
Our allies aren't advancing as we hoped. This isn't good. Trigger!
Hit the areas where the enemy forces are thickest.
Squad 2, we've eliminated the enemy resistance. Squad 2 and 3 are making their way to HQ now.
We don't have enough ships left for organized combat.
You did really well out there. Just sure to bring an end to the war. You'll be heroes.
Don't know what medals they've got for you, but if you want one, come back in one piece.
2 minutes remaining. Strider 1, locked on target.
Mark 2.
Wiseman, bandit behind you! Missed!
Our victory is near. Keep fighting. Powerful aim defenses of the AO. Coordinates Tango 28. We must clear out. One on Silver Bridge.
Enemy fleet is crippled. Friendly warships should be able to finish him off.
Now open this guy up.
Enemy on your tail.
The belly getting our favor.
Cyclops 4, Fox 2.
1 minute remaining.
Enemy sighted. Grab me. I'm locked on.
Reduce altitude. Right between the buildings.
Maintain course to return for resupply. 30 seconds remaining.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Make your landing check. Too fast. Lower airspeed. Bank right. Lower your nose. You're too high. Bank left. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing. Strider 1, this is Control Tower. The runway is clear.
Listen carefully. This is Lancaster. We have the upper hand. The enemy headquarters is almost ours. Operation to eliminate all enemy satellites also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
Roger that. Man, don't jinx us.
You're right. New bogies. No, 5 Su-30s inbound.
It's Mr. Rex.
SSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The 2 leaders are at different levels, but don't underestimate the rest of them either. This should prove to be fun. What do you mean? It's just like you say, the enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
Sure he's human.
That's what the gun skills. This is Cyclops 3. I've been hit. I gotta eject.
Take him out one by one.
Cyclops 3 is bailed out safely. Don't worry, he's gonna make it. Listen, Trigger, real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X.
What? Strider 3 launching missile. Su-5 is hit! Sorry, I gotta bail out.
You did well. Alright, he grabbed a bait. Time to take him for a ride. Man, this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire. Wait for the perfect shot, eh? Sorry, stranger, but my boys won't let you have it.
Enough with your air show, Wiseman. You're pushing it.
Oh, Cam, that's sweet. I never knew you cared. You're all grown up. I'll even let the wisecrack slide.
Hey, I'm being serious here.
Target is hit.
Nice, fine. Give him one more. Enemy has a lock. Enemy's got a lock. Dodge that missile.
Taking fire. You're quite the
Cyclops 1 is down.
Wiseman! You checked already, Wiseman? I'm sorry, Count. This plane exploded. Wiseman! Stay strong. We're not done here. Cyclops 2, you've got the lead. Wiseman! Shit! Negative, Cyclops 2, you're the lead. I can't do it. Trigger should take command. The duty is yours. That's impossible. Do it. Damn it. Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
Wilco Count.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Damn, I can't seem to find
Scratch the last escort.
We need to be extra careful if we want to split up the 2 leaders. Eject while you can still talk.
Strider 1, target acquired. Missile evaded.
Fall warning. Missile.
You're holding your own up.
Bandit 5 missile.
Missile hit.
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can.
Fall warning. Ammunition 0.
My radar suddenly turned off.
Ammunition 0.
Respond. My data won't update.
My HUD is
Damn it.
pushing out.
What was that?
I've lost radar contact. What's up?
Look at the sky. Towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No. Maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Brabante's now under Osean control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian territory. Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. We don't know much. The mission to capture the capital is nearly complete, but we unfortunately have no intel. The enemy communication satellites are down, and we have confirmed the deaths of several Erusian leaders. But our enemy was smart. They had a similar plan. Our own communication systems were destroyed at approximately the same time. We have no idea when or if they'll come back online. Stand by for further details.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osia's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osia and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osian convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Usia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osian army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
It's something I'll never get used to. But tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
ID'd as Osean forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. Strider 1, target destroyed.
Caution, caution.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you. Understood?
We're the only ones here on our side. We were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal. Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route. It's Erusian.
They aren't responding aggressively.
Jen, even if the conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Longcaster. They've opened up a path for us. The more the merrier.
Fox 2.
Weapons hold.
I can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes. We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
The use of drones makes war more palatable. Why don't people realize this? What's wrong with drones? Whether you're a patriot or not, you're just too stubborn to change with the times. Experimental squadron. Forget?
It's Erusian military.
General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General LaVar's are the real patriots. Onward!
It is not machines that make the decisions. It's people. Understand that.
Missiles.
There's a vehicle up ahead. He's gonna ask us to pay a toll. Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle right now.
Missile.
We'll go. Let's go.
We archived all the footage that we've shot when the communication networks come back online.
SAM site down.
We need to remind everyone that there's no such thing as a clean war.
There's a vehicle blocking the road. No response to aims. It's with the radicals.
Target acquired.
Saw one.
Nice work. That takes care of that one. We're heading for the highway. Thanks to you. We got out of paying that toll. Captain Carl, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the Radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belkans. They actually went to war. The performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. The Belkan technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. To those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Grunder Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
Shoot down any aircraft that approach us! What are you thinking?
An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling.
Target eliminated.
Thanks. We would have been toast.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 1999 Delta Lima.
It's Erusia! Shoot it down!
Trigger, that one's Ocean. Do not attack before target identification is complete. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't they know nowhere is safe?
Our capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radios? You had one in your cockpit?
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
Yeah, never since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
General, you still have
Sea forces have landfill number 7. This is being watched like a caster.
An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for it.
Taking fire! Take care of them! I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks.
The drones aren't receiving my orders. Can't we switch the UAVs to slave them? You guys have opened the trial for war, leading our country further into ruin.
Destroy aircraft with tally marks on the tail. Their penal units are
Prepare to fire on a moment's notice. We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood. System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Erusian forces. There are even rumors of penal units turning on their former allies. The main conflict concluded. Regional forces in the center, south, and east struggle over stabilization of the nation. The Erusian government has defined these groups, along with those trying to independently make peace with Rusia, as rebels.
supposed to tell the difference? There are enemies everywhere.
There are unidentified aircraft in the drones.
We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belkin technology than just UAVs. Taking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. They used it to make drones that resembled Osean fighters. And then to assassinate Harling and put the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belkin technology only brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Erusia is responsible for Harley's assassination.
Are we talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, Trigger.
If a drone is acting suspiciously, shoot it down.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the general's day.
It's Erusian military.
General's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing.
How can it last long, yes? If it breaks, then we're here to help.
Nice. Glad to see the Oseans attacking the radicals.
It's Erusian military.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Officers from countries annexed by Erusia have taken multiple groups and declared independence.
Glad we waited. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Almost at the rendezvous. Leave the rear to the others.
Understood.
The radicals truly believe boosting drone productions will make up for our losses. They should be taking responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself want to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Osea quickly. We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
Who do we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erusian News Network.
Watch 2.
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck.
I'm gonna open this guy up.
Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft my grandfather told me about. The one with the scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait! Unknown's attacking the girl's plane!
Alma, hold on contact.
Lancaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
It could be Osean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
That's all we can do.
ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right, I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Captain, those guys are good. Wait, you don't think it's those Osean big shots, do you? I managed to catch a glimpse of the three strikes. Is hitting them?
Don't miss.
Aim carefully.
9. No good. Shit.
Warning, enemy has a bead on you.
They're in my way.
Target acquired.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... the drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Lancaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, Osean craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. You are cleared to attack the escort.
Wilco. Understood.
Wilco.
Can't afford the MQ-99's launch. Our commands are overridden. They must be accessing it remotely. Which unit is behind this?
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
To build something else entirely.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Our drones headed this way. No. The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
I've got a sitting duck here. Not bad at all, Trigger.
Nickel. 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 Call warning.
In gun range.
Nickel. Nickel. Nickel.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Nickel. 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 Nickel.
Hit on bandit confirmed.
5 bandits remaining. 4 bandits left.
Damn it. They don't have the drive they need. It's not enough to be fully functional. There has to be a time when it should not function. But when?
Nickel. Nickel.
They are after the data, aren't they?
Nickel.
3 bandits to go.
Enemy on your back.
Two bandits left. Show them what you got.
Nickel.
One bandit to go. Target acquired.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. General's helicopters flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
All hostiles, huh?
General, the Osean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Osean aircraft.
Osean's army? Elaborate.
They stole our sealed orders. The VIP.
It should be a piece of cake.
Were you sent by the General Staff Office? No, we'd like you to send... I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead.
What did you say?
Apparently, he was shot down by another Osean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.
The island we went to was supposed to have been secured by the ground forces. They hadn't gotten a handle on things by the time we got there, so now we were stuck in the middle of a half-assed campaign. My job was to get the planes ready for combat, making repairs and handing them over to our troop of cons. Thing is, the enemy still had the hangars. The comms were still down, so none of us knew what the hell was going on. The last transmission I heard before everything went to shit was that some prisoners from an Osean military penal unit rioted and managed to escape. They stole some jets and now they were flying around, taking out their former allies left and right. I wonder if any units like ours were out here, creeping around. Hearing the Osean jets firing at each other overhead chipped away at morale. Since the radio was out, it was quiet. I liked it better that way. All I heard was the gunfire. Here we were, walking around carrying rifles. We were pilots, damn it. Friendly fire will probably kill us. You know things are desperate when the guards that used to lock us into solitary are now telling us it's better we all stick together. I guess they think our odds of surviving this war are better that way. After walking for miles across the battlefield, we came across the wreckage of a plane. Passenger, not military. I knew that rose. It was an Erusian liaison plane. The guard's dogs smelled something and took off. They led us to a cliff. And the bodies.
Today, I lost everything. When Osea attacked our capital, my father, a man who was never really suited to being the king, was killed. I was to be flown out of the war zone to safety, but the plane was shot down by rebels. The entire crew was killed in the crash. Soldiers appeared and one shot at me. My dog went after him and shot him to pieces. He was my best friend. After all those speeches I gave about working together for peace, I thought everyone felt the same as I did. I'm sure the soldier who shot at me knew I was the Princess of Erusia. He was Erusian too. More soldiers have come. Now, there is no one left to protect me. I am so numb, I cannot move. I watch as one of their dogs approaches. It sniffs mournfully at my dead friend. I wonder if it grieves for him as much as I do. I can barely think. I feel weaker by the minute. I don't know who these soldiers are with, but I managed to take a sip of the water they gave me.
How long have you been here?
Somehow, I muster the courage to answer the woman's question. I tell her I've been there 3 days. They gather around me with grim looks on their faces. What would they do if they knew I was the Erusian princess? After searching the cockpit of the plane, the woman who spoke to me before came back to me.
This is an air-to-ground tactical radio. It still works!
I noticed she walked with a limp. She knelt down next to me and asked her companions to give me some food. And then, very softly, she said,
"You see, I used to listen to your broadcasts, Your Royal Highness." Just what did you see here?
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all been taken into consideration. Beyond the seizure of Farbanti, which is important, and supporting the Erusian officer. At this point, I just don't know what our strategy is, or what our mission will be. Radio communication is still patchy for both the military and civilians, so we're getting zip from Mission Command about our orders. Still, with countless Erusian forces in the area, it's too dangerous for us to stay around here waiting for a miracle. Now, regarding Count's suggestion to think about self-defense, I think we should make a break for Tyler Island. It was a large Osean base before the start of the war. Count says his previous squadron took part in an operation to seize control of the island. It has the only base that will get us to the space elevator without refueling. It's also a transport facility for supply ships that provide drones and ammo for arsenal birds. For the Osean forces that are looking to reclaim the space elevator, those are two great reasons in its favor. If everything went according to plan, the base may already be in Allied hands when we get there. Though based on what Count told me about the island operation, it won't be easy to seize control.
If the ground troops have managed to open the bridgehead, the transport route to Osea for supply ships should be available.
With so much at stake, I can't imagine Erusia just giving it up without a fight. Things could really have gone bad.
Even if there are enemies left, they should be pretty easy to suppress.
I just want to go home, man.
Me too.
With that look on your face, Trigger, I know exactly what you want to
do. If Trigger's ready to kick ass, then so am I.
Damn straight. We're with you, Trigger.
It's decided then. Let's get all the aircraft and haul ass to Tyler Island. Although we can avoid the Arsenal Bird's anti-air network, there's still remnants from the Erusian forces.
I want to get to the island without getting into any unnecessary combat. Pick a fast craft and fix it how you want. Pack for a long trip, but remember, if you drag your ass, you'll get left behind.